welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. I'm going to tell you guys this, Monday Night Raw wasn't that fantastic, and you guys know me, I don't sugarcoat anything that I say. I always deliver to you guys my thoughts and opinions straight up. There are some things we do want to talk about, such as the return of Mommy, the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley. Her return was absolutely needed. She was sorely missed, and she was the shot in the arm that the women's division needed. And I wanted to point out something very, very quickly, and I know some people will look at someone main eventing the show as a good thing or a major importance in someone's push and all that. Zelina Vega main evented Monday Night Raw with Ray to take on Dominic and Liv. And I said this in my tweet. I said, just because Zelina Vega is main eventing Monday Night Raw does not mean Triple H likes her, or it doesn't mean she's going to be getting a massive push. She's clearly a placeholder. She's clearly just a placeholder feud for Liv Morgan until Rhea Ripley came back. And tonight's episode basically proved my point in my tweet. Zelina Vega is done. She's not going to be messing with Liv Morgan anymore. They're going to be moving them on. They'll be moving Liv Morgan on to Rhea Ripley. And Rhea Ripley is basically going to murder Liv Morgan. And Liv Morgan and Dominic did win that mixed tag, but Liv was about to kiss Dominic until Rhea's music hit, and then she crapped herself and decided to tuck her tail between her legs, and as what JR would say, run like a scolded dog to get away from Rhea Ripley. Now listen, I love Liv Morgan. I love Liv Morgan to death, and I have been pushing for this woman to be the champion. So I don't want people to look at this as me shitting on Liv or anything like that. This is the biggest issue that I have with the community, is that you will say you want someone as champion, and then people will start assuming that when you start turning on someone or wanting something different, they'll start viewing it as you're a hypocrite, or you now hate this person. I don't hate Liv, I just hate how they've been booking her championship reign. They talked about this Liv Morgan revenge tour, and she's kind of moved away from this revenge tour to spend more time doing, lifting Dominic's legs in the air and giving him legs massages and doing very uncomfortable things with him and all this other silly stuff. Just comedy. That's what I can really call it, comedy. Like, why is our women's world champion doing stuff like this? But everyone complained about Rhea Ripley's title reign. Lack of title defenses, lack of storylines. She's always hanging out with the Judgment Day. She's always in the men's division. She's always getting involved with the men and all this other nonsense. And how ironic is it is that Liv is doing this exact same thing, and now all of a sudden it's all okay for Liv to do it. Like, are you people for real? Are you saying it's okay for Liv to do it because Rhea Ripley did it? But everybody had a problem with Rhea Ripley doing it. Everyone had a problem with Rhea Ripley doing it. No one liked Liv. No one liked Rhea doing it. No one liked Rhea body slamming men or physically attacking the men. I mean, sure, Liv hasn't physically attacked any male wrestlers, but all I'm saying is people didn't like Rhea not doing the one thing that a champion should be doing, focusing on their title and defending it. And Liv has only defended the title twice since winning it. The rematch with Becky Lynch, and then the match with Zelina Vega at Clash at the Castle, not Clash at the Castle, whatever, Raw, on an episode of Raw. But the point is that people already think Liv Morgan is a better champion than Rhea. Like, are you people dumb? Rhea Ripley, when she won the championship, she defended the title against Zelina. She defended it against Natalya on an episode of Raw. She worked a few matches with Raquel. A couple of matches with Raquel. She defended her title against Raquel Rodriguez a couple of times. She was in a fatal 5-way in Saudi Arabia. She defended her title against Zoe, which I think that's at least 6 championship defenses by that point. Because Zelina was 1, Natty was 2 matches with Raquel, that puts it at 4, then the 5-way, that's 5, and then the Zoe match is 6. And then Ivy Nile on the first Raw of 2024, that is 7. And then Nia Jax in Australia, that is 8. And then she wrestled Becky Lynch at WrestleMania, that is 9. So how in the world can you say Liv Morgan is a better champion than Rhea when Rhea had it for 380 days, tying Bayley, and having more defenses than Liv Morgan? But Liv's only defended it twice. But somehow that makes her automatically a better champion than Rhea? That is so stupid. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You can't be a better champion by having less defenses and just doing comedy routines with Dominic Mysterio. Like, again, I love Liv Morgan. I've been pushing for her to be champion, but I didn't want her to be booked like this. I wanted her to make the championship as her main priority, which was the one thing she told Zelina that was the most important thing to her. Did you guys not see that segment? When Zelina Vega wanted the title, and then Liv told her the most important thing to her is the championship, because Liv was busy wasting time with Rhea's sloppy seconds, which is Dominic, and then she replied by saying the championship's the most important thing to me. That doesn't sound true to me, Liv. Doesn't sound true to me. Sounds like Dominic's more important than your championship. But sure, Liv's reign is better than Rhea's. Even though she's got like another 200 or 300 so days to surpass Rhea's reign and be better, for it to be anywhere better than Rhea Ripley's. Punk and Seth had a segment. Punk was mainly talking about Drew. Seth wanted to Seth was angry at Punk for getting involved in his match and his business. But Punk was trying to defend himself by saying that he was dealing with a Scottish maniac that took his bracelet that had his wife and his dog's name on it and all that stuff. But then later in the show, Damian Priest basically null and voids the gentleman's agreement they made at Money in the Bank. What a waste of time! Why even bother go through the gentleman's agreement? Like, Damian and Seth said they're even going to be the man of their word, and actually go through with their gentleman's agreement. But Damian Priest is like, well, here's the thing. Because of what transpired between Drew and Punk, I'm going to remove the gentleman's agreement. I'm going to lift the gentleman's agreement so then you can have another crack at my title. And then we can have a clean and fair one-on-one match. Like, that's not how an agreement works. Once you make an agreement, you stick with it. Triple H basically made us watch a match that had no consequences. But somehow, Triple H is better. He's a better booker than Vince. I'd rather him in charge than Vince, people say. But he's great, he's better. how is it possible that Triple H is supposedly a better booker, but yet a developmental brand, NXT Heatwave, put on a better show than Money in the Bank? How is that even possible? If Triple H is supposed to be the greatest thing that has ever happened, how come NXT was better than Money in the Bank? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. There were several matches on the show tonight I didn't really care about. Judgment Day beating Braun and Awesome Truth in a 6-man tag. Damage Control beating Katana, Kaden, and Lyra in a 6-woman's tag, which then Sonya Deville, Shayna Boring, Shayna Bumsler, and Zoe Stinks comes out, or Zoe Stank, as I call her. They come out and they beat up Damage Control and all that. Can we just break up Damage Control, please? Do we really need to keep this faction going? I feel like Triple H is just trying everything he can to just keep this faction alive, but the fans just do not care about it anymore. Fans only cared when Bayley was there. People don't care about it anymore. Bayley's not there anymore. Fans don't care about it. Just bloody end it, Triple H. Turn Dakota Kai babyface and have Io Sky be her own wrestler and just have Kyrie in a tag team with friggin' Asuka. Seriously. Dragunov and Bron Breakker had a pretty fun match that ended in a DQ, and it sounds like we might be getting a triple threat match for the IC Championship where Sami Zayn will most likely face Bron Breakker and Dragunov, and then Bronson Reed would defeat Pete Dunne, and then for some stupid reason, Triple H decides to book possibly the most dumbest thing ever. Basically saying that Pete Dunne, Sheamus wanted to do the little Brawling Brutes hug that he used to do with him and Ridge Holland, but Pete Dunne shrugs him off and basically walks away. And then they have Michael Cole say, well, Sheamus did abandon the Brawling Brutes, so I can see why Pete Dunne is upset. What? What? Excuse me? What? Sheamus didn't abandon the Brawling Brutes. What kind of lame excuse is that? Why are they painting Sheamus the bad guy? He got injured. That's beyond his control. How does that count as him abandoning Pete Dunne and Ridge Holland? Like, that was by far the most confusing thing ever. Is it because they wanted to try and make a reason for why Pete Dunne did what he did? Just say Pete Dunne was mad that he lost. Instead of just making up an excuse like, well, he technically abandoned Pete Dunne and Ridge when they were going through hard times in the Brawling Brutes. Dude, bro, he was freaking injured. There was nothing he could have done about it. He was injured. Possibly the stupidest thing I've seen this company do. There's a lot of stupid shit that this company has done, and I think that was by far one of the dumbest. Jey Uso opened the show with Chad, and they showed another Wyatt 6 vignette of Bo Dallas revealing the members of his family, the Wyatt 6, and all that. Like, look, I know people may enjoy the Wyatt 6 stuff, but I'm personally trying to keep my personal opinions about it to myself, and that's really all I can really say, really. Trying to keep my personal opinions about it to myself, because I'm not really into the dark, spooky characters, dark, spooky stuff anymore. So I'm just keeping that to myself, because I don't want to offend the Bray Wyatt fans that are most likely enjoying this, but it's whatever. So, yeah, really nothing else I can really say about this show, honestly. Like, I can't really say this episode of Raw was great other than Rhea Ripley returning, which was the only good thing about the show. But, yeah, I've got nothing else to add. So, thank you all for watching this review, guys. And, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. And I will see you all on the other side.